Hey everyone, my name is Brian and I'm the 3D print creator. And well, I want to show you how you can make beautiful videos of your created parts or prints like this one. So here I'm going to show you how I did this. Well, at first I bought a kind of table and I'll show you guys. It's this thing here. It's a rotation table. And it's used in shops to show things that that can rotate. And this is a fairly heavy one. It's meant to be used for things that can weigh up to 20 kilos. But there are very small ones as well, and you can get them in any size. But the glass top or the mirror that didn't came with it. So I bought a simple bathroom mirror for only $3. And well, basically that's it. I glued the mirror on top of that rotation table, and then the background I used some plastic foil and I made it wide. So this is how I created my white table. Then well, I had this thing and I could easily put it on my table and let things rotate. But then when you're filming like that, then you will notice that your background isn't that nice. And well, I had to find a way to make it stand out and make it like this. So what I did, I took an old tripod. I have a few of those tripods. Those are the Geeetechs. And well, they have a quick release plate on top of it, and for some of those tripods I still have those quick release plates. I have them under my camera, for example, which is over there. But I also have a tripod on which I don't have that quick release plate anymore. So I was thinking, well, can I make something that I can use this tripod to mount this thing on top of it? And well, that was when I opened Fusion 360. So first I measured the size of the quick release plate that I have, and I just made a block into Fusion 360 that has those sides on it. This was what I sketched. I just took the sides and well, I made them exactly the size of this part. And then I went a step further, I extruded this, so I got this block. Then after I did this, I created a new piece, a new smaller rectangle on top of it. And I just well, I extruded it a little more, as you can see here. And then I took the round aside and I just lowered it a little bit, and as you can see, it's got a square look on it, and then it goes into a chamfer, and then it's square again. So as you can see here, I hope the camera picks it up. Yeah, you can see it like this. And well, I wanted to recreate this look, and what I then did is I got a little bit further, and what I did is I made a yeah, how you call it, chamfered surface. No, it's yeah, it's chamfered. It's what I did. So this is called the chamfer. And well, it basically has the shape already of that tripod plate, but there is no opening in the bottom side, and well, I need that, because as you can see in the real tripod plate there are openings as well, and the reason those openings are there are because of those things that you can see inside this tripod. Because the way this tripod works is, if you can see it here, I hope the camera will focus on it. Yeah, it will. Someday. Yeah, there it is. So you can see there are some things inside that camera, inside that quick release plate. that make it work. Now I needed that make it work. So now I needed that that openings in my part as well. So I made them in Fusion 360. So here we got the part again, and let's take a look at the bottom side, because this is what I did. I just made those sketches here, those rectangular sketches that are exactly the same size as the openings in my part, and then I extruded them out. And I also created an inside that I cut away. And I continued that cut all the way until I had this part with the openings. Well, let me turn off the sketches so you can see how it looks. Because this, what you see here, this is how it looks now. So basically this is the rudimental part that goes on top of my tripod, and that you can lock in place just with a lever. Now I made this, but I also wanted the round plate on top, so I continued by adding the round plate on top, and well, basically make one hole in that plate and let that loop around, so I got 4 holes. And then I went to the printer and I printed this part, and this part already has the sliding plate built in, and so this will fit on my tripod, and I can use it to mount it on top of the tripod. Well, let's take a look if it works. So here I've got the tripod, and here I've got the plate, and I can just slide it in place and lock it. So now it won't fall off. And this is great because on top of this I can make this table. Now let me show you how I do this. And note that the holes exactly match those holes, but I don't have the screws here. It's a bit pity. I just don't have them here, so I have to do it another way around. But it's very, very easy done with just some tie wraps. So I'm just going to tie wrap this table on top of my tripod with just 4 tie wraps. So here it is. This is the rotation table, and well, I just have to put in the plug, and then I can put this on top. And as you can see, now I put in the power plug and it started spinning, and this is my rotation table. Now, how can you get that great infinite background? To get a great infinite background and to make it completely white without doing any After Effects or video editing or that kind of things, you have to make sure that that background has more light than your camera can really capture. So you have to set your camera for manual settings. And when you have your camera for manual settings, then you have to make sure that this object is in a darker place than the background that you are filming. And this is very easy achieved, and I'm going to show you guys how I did this. Now, to show you guys how I did this, I took off the table again and I mounted a LED lamp, a LED video light, on the same tripod. So this is going to be underneath the table. And let me show you what it does. So this LED lamp is going to overblown the background. And this background will be very, very white. And especially when I set my iris on my camera to manual, because when my iris is manual, then I can do everything I like for example, go to overexposure. So now this shot is completely overexposed, white in the background. Now let's take a look what happens when I put my table on top. So now I've tightened it, it's very sturdy, very strong. And well, let's put the same part on top that we filmed just ago. Now zoom into that part, like this, and turn the exposure down so that the part is exposed correctly, while the background is still overexposed. Like for example, here. So as you can see now, it's now not rotating, but the exposure is good. And now when I put in my power supply or my wall outlet into the wall, well, this is what happens. And now the only thing I have to do is to center the part. And basically this is it. So this is how I make my rotational videos. And well, I think this looks pretty darn good. I only have to find the centerpiece a little bit better. Yeah, something like this. So as you can see guys, this is how I created this very easy rotation table that gives me a very nice white background. And well, it's a very easy build. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the channel, then consider subscribing to it. If you do, please don't forget to hit that bell button, otherwise you won't be notified every time I make a new video. If you want to support this channel financially, then you can find the links to Patreon in the description down below. If you have a question, leave a comment under this video on YouTube. You can also visit my website at 3d-printcreator.com. Thanks for watching.